Okay, so I went to the beach the other day. I went to Suma Beach. It's a really popular beach here in Kobe. On the west side of the beach, it's like really crowded. Lots of young people, lots of young girls wearing bikinis, guys walking around with their shirts off, hitting on the girls. They got lots of bars over there. On the east side of the beach, which was where I was, it was more like families and children and boyfriends and girlfriends. So I went into the water. It's so hot here in Kobe every day, humid. I just went into the nice cool ocean water to cool off. I came out of the water. I was sitting on a big mat on the beach, just looking out at the ocean, thinking about my life, and I thought to myself, Ryan, this is the first time you've been alone in a long time, and I wasn't feeling bad about it, wasn't feeling good about it, but it was just a thought that I was absorbing and accepting, and I was just in that moment, and from the side of my eye I saw two Japanese girls kind of walking up behind me, and they stood behind me for a while, and they were just talking to each other in murmured voices. I couldn't really hear what they were saying. And after a few minutes, one of them came up to me from the side, and she said, "Excuse me, do you know where all the foreign people are here?" And I said, "Oh yeah, you have to go to the west side of the beach. That's where all the people go, and there's bars there and stuff and everything. You'll probably see a lot of foreigners over there." She said, "Oh, thank you." She said, "Are you here alone?" And I said, "Yes." And she said, "Are you from Kobe?" And I was like, "Yeah." And she started asking me questions, and we started talking. And so these two girls came over, and they sat down on the mat with me. And the one girl that approached me, I'll call her the heat-seeking Gaijin hunter. She was just asking me lots of questions, and then her friend was just kind of real quiet, and she had this kind of indifferent attitude, or she was pretending to have an indifferent attitude, and she had this really strange aura about her. It was like she had really short hair, like a boy's cut, but a really pretty face, and she had this really strange aura about her. It was like she was from a Japanese horror movie. That's the best impression I could imagine. So we're just talking for a while, and this older guy walks by us, and one of the girls goes up to him, and she's like, "Can you take our picture together?" And he's like, "Sure." So he takes our picture. We're looking at the picture. I didn't really like the picture, and the heat-seeking Gaijin hunter chick, she's like, "Can I put this on my Facebook page?" And I'm like, "Sure." I didn't really like the picture, but yeah, you can put it on your Facebook page. And she said, "What's your Facebook ID?" So I gave her my ID, and that was that. So we talked for a little bit more, and then I kind of got the impression that they wanted to socialize and be at a club and meet lots of foreign guys. And so it was getting dark, and I said, "Okay, you know what, I'll walk you guys over to that part of the beach." So we're walking over there, and about halfway there are these public bathrooms, and the heat-seeking Gaijin hunter chick said she wanted to change her clothes into something more sexy. So she goes into the women's bathroom, the Japanese horror chick stays outside, and I went to the men's bathroom. And I come out after a little bit, so it's just me and the Japanese horror movie chick sitting next to each other. And I was just hanging, I wasn't trying to impress her or anything, so I was just being quiet. And she sent me her Line ID, and a Line is like an application we use. It's really popular in Asia. It's kind of like Skype for your cell phone, and most people have a picture of their face for their icon, but she sent me her ID, and it looked like this. It was a picture of a frog, and I said, "This isn't you, this is a frog." And she said to me, "But I am a frog." Ha ha ha. And I just didn't get it. Like, it was like her sophistication was too many levels above me, or she was like from a different planet, or she believed she was a frog. We didn't connect on that statement. And so I'm just sitting there, and it's like really silent, and I could see out of the corner of my eye she's looking at me, and I could feel her alien beams kind of sinking into me, and then after a few minutes she's like, "But I am a frog. I am a cute green frog." Ha ha ha. And I was like, "All right, chick. If you want me to think you're a frog, you're a frog." And it was really strange. And I didn't know how to react. It was like it turned me off, but it turned me on at the same time, and I was confused. And so the heat-seeking Gaijin hunter chick comes out wearing something sexy, and I knew they were ready to party, so I said, okay guys, you just walk straight, all the bars and stuff are over there. Good luck, I hope you find some cute foreign guys, go for it. And so they took off, and I just like chilled by myself for a few more minutes, and I went back home. A few days passed by, and I logged on to Facebook. I rarely use Facebook. And I saw that I had a friend's request. So I opened it up, and I had forgotten all about this whole beach incident. I opened it up, my friend's request, and I saw this girl wearing like a flight attendant outfit, just hanging out all over the place. And I was like, oh, this is a sexy chick. But I didn't know who. I was like, oh yeah, that's the girl I met at the beach the other day. So I opened up her page, and she had like hundreds of pictures in her profile. And I was looking at all these pictures. They were all pictures of her posing with different foreign guys. And I was like, oh man, she got my picture too. So it was like I was a trophy, but not the kind of trophy I wanted to be.